Hi everyone, welcome to a new episode of Crypto Tips. My name is Heidi and this is
Maria. How are you guys?
hopefully amazing. Maria, for those of you who don't know, you guys got to watch more of our videos. Done several with Maria. She's a lawyer here in Portugal.
Yes, and I'm here to help you understand the new proposal for crypto taxes in Portugal for the year of 2023.
Yes.
Okay, so we already did a video last week, right? And we are here now to determine more specifically each point. Remember, you guys, the transactions you are doing in 2022 don't count for this proposal. This proposal is for all transactions done in the year of 2023.
Yes.
Okay? Now, we already discussed and talked only briefly about the new taxes. We already said that if you hold for more than 1 year, it's not a subject of taxes, right?
Tax-free?
Tax-free. We already discussed that 4% stamp tax is for the commission of the exchanges,
Yes.
not for the transaction itself. And in the comments, you were telling me that traders were saying, oh, so I trade and I have to pay 4%.
On every trade. No.
No, it's not the trade itself.
It's 4% of the transaction fee.
Yes.
So the transaction fees are typically 0.1%, 0.2%. It is 4% of that 0.1% that comes out of your pocket, but it is collected and paid for by the exchange.
But it has a catch.
Yes, lots of catches here, so pay attention.
Right? Because it would be easy and doable if the exchange was Portuguese. Right? Because that obligation, it's the exchange that keeps the 4% and then gives it back to the tax office in Portugal. So imagine you do it on Kraken. Kraken has no obligations with the Portuguese country, right? Okay, so just for you to have that in mind. What you do with that, it's up to you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start by discussing the IRS. The IRS is for individuals. It's the tax returns for individuals.
Okay.
Okay, so they did their position is similar to the German position.
Okay.
Okay, so what do they say? First, they start by saying, what is crypto? Crypto is the crypto assets, the tokens. It's the NFTs. It's the stable coins, the commodities, the utility tokens, the security tokens. So everything is in the same bag.
All the cryptos.
Yes. So when you ask in the comments in the last video, wow, but I have NFTs. What do I do with NFTs? The same. For them, it's all the same. They put everything in the same bag.
Yeah.
Right?
They're not worried about the specifics yet.
I don't think they are. No, and I don't think they ever will, but
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay? So, let's now discuss, now that we know that everything is subject, it's in the same bag. Let's discuss mining. What happened to those who mine crypto? Okay, I know that those who mine Ethereum don't have a problem anymore, right?
R.I.P. Yes.
Right? So, not for those.
Yeah.
This is only into the future,
Yeah.
2023. Mining. It's very important that we discuss this because this project of law, this is a project of law. It's not even, they were supposed to start discussing it. They didn't even start. Right?
Okay.
So I think they are not very keen on it, but it is what it is. Okay. They don't discuss what is staking, what is yielding. They do talk about mining. So let's talk about that.
Okay.
If you mine a value of above 200,000 euros, then you're going to be taxing your overall income. If your mining is less than 200,000 euros, then the only portion that's going to be subject of tax is 15% of those 200 or less.
Yes.
So imagine you mine 200,000, then only 30,000 of your mining will be a subject of tax. It's not that you pay 15% of them.
Yeah, you're not paying 15% on the 200,000
No.
that you earned.
No.
You're paying it on 15% of that.
Of that,
Yeah.
yes. Only 15% of that is a subject of tax.
Yeah.
And then you say, Maria, for how much? Well, it depends on your overall taxes that you're going to put on the tax return. In the case of you being that was for singular person. If you're a company, the same applies. If you reach the 200 or less, you are only taxed on 15%. But then there's a good one when it comes to companies.
Yeah.
If you have a big loss.
Yeah, you can harvest your losses.
There you go.
Yeah.
You can deduct that or declare that and deduct for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
And that's really cool. But it's really interesting.
Okay. Yeah.
5 years.
For 5 years.
It's cool.
So you can pick and choose when it would be most advantageous for you to take advantage of that loss.
It's all about the accountant that does your tax returns. Right?
Yes.
Now, let's talk about when you sell your crypto. When you trade your crypto from USDT to euros, right?
Yeah.
When you sell your crypto into euros, so you do a cash out.
Yeah, cashing out. Okay.
Yes. Good news. For those who sell your crypto for euros,
yes,
but that crypto was held for more than 365 days,
yes,
you don't pay taxes.
Not 365 years.
No.
So it's a lot easier than that.
But
yeah.
You say, Maria, you know what? I have that token for less than a year, but I want to sell it. I want to cash out. Then you're going to pay 28%, but it's when you transform your crypto into euros.
Yes.
What does that lead us to? Well, then if I'm a trader and I'm trading crypto for crypto, then I don't pay those taxes. No, you don't.
Yeah.
That's my understanding as well.
I agree. And so theoretically then you could trade and take your profits and just send them into a wallet. And then once those have matured for 1 year, you can sell it for euros and also be tax free.
Okay, so if you hold that token for less than 365 days, you have to pay those taxes. But there's a loss report that we already discussed and mentioned before. If you can show that you had big losses, you can declare them and take advantage of those for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
So
that's epic because
it is epic.
Lots of other places just within a year.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
But this is huge for the accountant. You have to get a good accountant because this is really important for us who hold crypto. Take advantage of these 5 years.
Yeah.
Right? Because we know so many people that they get FOMO, right?
Yeah.
And this is huge for them.
Yeah, and if you have an opportunity where you can sell it lower, harvest that loss to offset your taxes, and then buy back again when it's lower, and then get back on the right track of buying low and selling high.
Yes.
Then
at least they are protected here.
Yeah.
But again, this is a proposal. And so many things have to happen for this proposal to
get officially passed. Yeah.
Yes. They have to start discussing it, but they haven't done it yet.
That's crazy.
And now I think we only have 2 exchanges in Portugal.
Okay, yeah.
They are relying on information from exchanges that have their headquarters in Portugal.
Yeah.
So, for example, I'm Portuguese. I don't use any of the Portuguese ones. I use Kraken. So Kraken doesn't have any obligations, and Portugal is not going to ask Kraken for those informations.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
Yeah, there's a lot of language in here referencing that the exchange you're trading on, if it's a centralized exchange, if it is headquartered in Portugal, then there's some requirements. Also, airdrops, which I think we're going to get into next.
Yes, we should discuss airdrops.
Yeah.
But before we do that, we also should talk about when you get, because this question is asked a lot. When your income is paid in crypto, you work for somebody else and you get paid in income. Well, like I always say, in those cases, you have to convert it into euros and declare it. Before, when crypto was not regulated in Portugal, you still had to convert them. But you would say, Maria, they don't have a way to track my crypto. This is also new. And it's still us. It still is. It is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, the language in this is evidence of that enough. That,
exactly. That they are not...
They're trying.
They're trying. There's a lot of workshops need to be done. A lot. But, okay. Just so we can have an idea of where they are going to. Income, they will tax as income. Okay? Now, for companies, mining, companies that do mine, the same as individuals. If they mine less than 200, only 15% of the total amount of mining will be subject to tax. And that will be all englobed. And again, if there's a loss, they can report for the next 5 years. Okay? Now, stamp tax. We were talking about stamp tax, and that's when we discuss airdrops.
Yes.
Okay? So, Airdrops. If the airdrop comes from a company that's outside of Portugal to an exchange that's outside of Portugal, right? And there's no intermediary in Portugal, so imagine you have a broker, but he's also outside of Portugal. Then you don't pay any stamp tax, okay? But if you get an airdrop to an exchange in Portugal, then that exchange has to ask for the
information,
the tax stamp, and they hold it and deliver it to the government.
Okay.
So it's not you.
Yeah.
Okay?
It comes out of your pocket, but they do all the hard work.
All the hard work.
Collecting it.
Yes, yes. Now, if you say, Maria, it's not an airdrop, but I do get a lot of people sending me, well, it is airdrop, isn't it? If there's a lot of people sending you crypto, it's airdrop.
Sure. I mean, yeah. Like, a perfect example of what qualifies. They're not offering a whole lot of clarity or specifics.
They are not. This is not easy.
Yeah.
But again, what they give as a normal rule is, as donations in Portugal, if you receive money from your parents, you don't pay stamp tax. If you receive money from your children, you don't pay stamp tax. If you receive money from your partner or your spouse, you don't pay stamp tax. If you receive from your brother or sister, you pay 10%, or from your cousin, or from somebody else that's not in your family.
Okay.
Then that's 10%.
Okay.
Okay, so they are giving it the same shape. Now, how are they going to control that? It's all come to exchanges in Portugal, with headquarters in Portugal, with the administration in Portugal. That's why it's so difficult for this to pursue into a successful tax payment.
There has to be some serious ties to Portugal coming from the source of the crypto.
And they have to do so much things before this even comes to place, because there's so much information missing here. It's obviously that who did this is not into crypto.
Yeah.
Right?
That's true of most people trying to regulate it.
Right?
They're trying so hard, like you said, they're trying to fit it into the mold that already exists.
Yes.
It's
without
so
having the knowledge. Yes.
Yeah.
And then they also say, oh, but what about the exchanges? The exchanges are the ones that are going to pay 4% in their commissions, like you said before. The 0.1 will pay 4%, but that's up to the exchange, and they are the ones who have to pay to the government.
Yeah.
Okay? Again, the exchange has to be in Portugal, has to be domiciled in Portugal, the CEO, CFO, everyone, Portugal. If there's a broker in the middle, Portugal. So it's all up to Portugal entities.
Yeah. And if it's outside of that, then there's no direct requirement for reporting.
Because Portugal will only ask reports, will only demand these reports from Portuguese companies that have their headquarters in Portugal.
So that's for airdrops, for those of you who are concerned about that.
Airdrops, and for any transaction that you do on an exchange.
Okay, coming from outside of yourself.
Yes, commissions that you have to pay to those exchanges, you only pay them if those exchanges are in Portugal.
Okay.
And the exchanges are the ones that have to report that 4% to the tax authorities in Portugal. With this, we come to the conclusion that they're kind of saying exchanges don't come to Portugal, otherwise you have to pay 4%. Who knows? Yeah. Now, when you do transmission tax is due when you purchase property in Portugal. What they are saying is what was already expected. Yeah. So you have a house, 200,000 euros, and you decide to pay with 250,000 euros value of a token. They say, oh, the transmission tax is in the highest value, so it would be on the 250, although the house is sold for 200 in this case. Yeah. If the house is sold for 200, but you pay the transmission tax on the 200 that they declare is the value of the house. Yeah. Basically, that's it. But we all know that if we purchase a property of 200,000 euros, we will pay with the token at the same amount. Yeah. So it will be, the transmission tax will be the same price as the value of the transaction itself, of the contract. So basically that's it. I know it's confusing. I know it's overwhelming, because you're reading a law that we can see that it wasn't written by someone who understands crypto. Yeah. So this is them trying to do their best. Now, as a Portuguese, does this leave me happy? It doesn't, because it really encourages those who are outside of Portugal to remain their activity outside of Portugal.
Yeah.
And those who are in Portugal, Portuguese...
To pursue outside of Portugal.
And Portuguese exchanges are the ones that are going to pay all those taxes. So basically that's it.
Yeah.
Right? Now, they are very keen on saying, oh, we really want crypto holders to stay in Portugal. If you hold for more than a year, you don't even pay taxes. They don't... It's because they have a lack of understanding what crypto investments are, that we are always moving around.
Yeah.
That makes them think that the 365 days are more than enough for us to be happy. We are happy because this is in the beginning. There's no way to track any of this. So good luck. And you each do whatever you think it's best, of course.
Yeah.
And not only that, but you have to find a good accountant that knows, especially the 5-year loss rules. Yeah. Right? Now, this is a proposal. We will be here again to talk about the discussions about this proposal.
Whenever they start, because they haven't.
Yes, they haven't. And to talk, is this going to be a law or not?
Yeah.
And who knows? Maybe my pledge for this not to become a law goes forward, and then I'll come here to ask for you to sign.
Yeah. How many times can we sign?
Once, one each.
Yeah. So basically they have until the end of December or the end of...
To decide this. It should be 1 month and a half.
Yeah.
This was released in middle of October. So yeah. December.
We'll see.
The latest. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll keep you posted.
Yeah. And that's what this channel is all about. Thank you, Maria, for helping us.
Heidi.
Can I just show you guys? Dude, she's done the research.
And this is the resume because it was way bigger.
Yeah.
I just shortened it out.
It's a summary, yeah.
The summary.
So yeah, thank you so much, Maria, for keeping us posted and for going over more of the details of this proposed law for taxes and crypto in Portugal. So for those of you who came to Portugal and you're like, oh crap, it's going to be taxed. There's good news and bad news, but a lot more good news, I think, coming out of this because there's a lot of wiggle room and yeah, a lot of details that I think are going to be in your favor.
Yes, and crypto is now going to be regulated, which is also good.
That is good to have some clarity.
Right? Because now we can have some clarity.
Yeah.
Let's see.
If you hit the like button and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.
Ciao.